This whole experience at the MTC, it's been amazing. It really helped me to gain a greater testimony and feel the Spirit more strongly.
I'm thankful for the opportunity we have to have the Spirit with us to help us as we teach.
This has been an awesome experience. All my friends went to Provo and they had great experiences, but I'm glad I came here. Just the staff here, everything's just great, and it's been a very spiritual experience here.
Hello, I'm Brother Newbold, and I'm delighted to share with you some information about the England Missionary Training Center of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This is a marvelous place of learning and spiritual growth, where thousands of new missionaries have received training before being deployed to their field mission assignments. When the England MTC was dedicated by President Gordon B. Hinckley in 1998, the prophet said that this lovely edifice would be a place where the Spirit of the Lord would quicken and enlighten newly called representatives of the restored gospel as they prepared to embark in the service of God. The England Missionary Training Center is located in the beautiful countryside of western Lancashire, adjacent to the market village of Chorley, approximately 8 miles from the heart of Preston, and is a part of the beautiful Preston England Temple complex. This modern complex includes the Preston Temple, a stake center, family history center, and a distribution center, all surrounded by magnificent gardens and manicured landscaping. The England MTC primarily serves the British Isles missions of London, London South, Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Scotland, and Ireland. However, missionaries who will serve in France, Germany, Russia, and many other European missions are also trained here. The area around the England MTC is rich in LDS church history. The first overseas missions of the church began in Preston, England, shortly after elders Heber C. Kimball and Orson Hyde arrived in Liverpool in 1837. The first baptisms in England were performed in the River Ribble in March of 1837. And in the next few months, in spite of much persecution and difficult challenges, nearly 1,800 people from the surrounding villages accepted baptism. Most of these early English converts traveled to the American West and literally formed the backbone of the growth of the church in its early years. Other historically significant sites in the area include the Market Square in Preston, where the early missionaries held street meetings and proclaimed the restored gospel to interested crowds. This corner house on Fox and St. Wilfrid Streets in downtown Preston was a boarding house in 1837 and was the first place of lodging for these missionaries. It was here where elders Heber C. Kimball and Joseph Fielding saw and visioned the legions of evil spirits who would attempt to stem the work of the Lord in this land. From more recent times, we can see the first missionary flat of President Gordon B. Hinckley, who served as a young missionary to England in the 1930s. This now white brick structure is on the corner of Wadham Road and Selborne Street in Preston. It is in this historical setting that missionaries from all over the world arrive to receive training at the England Missionary Training Center. Through these doors walk those who will be the future ministers of the gospel of Jesus Christ to the people of the British Isles and to all of Europe.
I think that being here has really given me a good look at what the next 2 years are going to be like.
Missionaries arriving at the England MTC are met by the MTC presidency and their wives, and the MTC staff. After a brief greeting, they are shown to the residence rooms to stow their luggage until they've completed the check-in process. The residence rooms each can hold up to 6 missionaries and include ample wardrobe space as well as student desks and drawers. Adjacent to the rooms are modern laundry and shower and restroom facilities. The check-in process is simply the collection of medical records and passports if necessary, receiving classroom assignments, and the conducting of interviews with the MTC presidency, the presidency's wives, and the area physician. The MTC classrooms are well equipped and designed to facilitate the learning process. Each new missionary is provided with a desk and materials, which include Preach My Gospel, a personal water bottle, missionary daily planner, and an England MTC binder.
I wasn't too sure what to expect when coming here, but I've enjoyed everything that this MTC has offered me, and I actually enjoy the smaller classrooms and things because it's at a much more personal level, and it feels like I could learn a lot more.
You will receive a warm welcome from the MTC president and his counselor. Their interview will serve to familiarize you with MTC procedures and help you know more about them and their responsibilities. You will be invited to share information about yourself as well as relevant information about your family, your interests, and your pre-mission preparation. This will be another opportunity for you to declare your worthiness to serve. You will also be interviewed by the mission president's wife, who will help to make sure that you have all the necessities for your time in the MTC. She will check to ensure that all of your contact information is correct and help you make preparations for your visits to the Preston Temple. During your time in the MTC, you will probably attend at least one endowment session. Following your interviews, you will also visit with the area physician, who will ask relevant questions regarding your health and immunization records and discuss any special medical needs with you. Once your check-in and interviews are completed, you will have your first meal in the MTC cafeteria. This modern food service facility will provide nutritious meals prepared by MTC chefs, who are well trained in all areas of food preparation. Here you will have the opportunity to enjoy many interesting traditional English foods, as well as other international cuisine selections. Bon appetit!
The food, wow, it's been a lot of food, more food than I ever had in my entire life.
The food was really good. Actually, I think it's the best food we'll eat those 2 years.
Did you enjoy the food?
In the MTC? It's better than at home. Don't say this to my mom.
Other facilities of interest include the large group meeting room, or LGM, dedicated to Elder Heber C. Kimball. This room is used for general meetings of all MTC missionaries and is primarily used for devotionals and other instructional sessions. The Lgm Theater is also part of this room and is used for group video presentations. Your MTC teachers are carefully selected. They represent the top 3% of returned missionaries, and they must be highly recommended by their mission presidents and receive in-depth interviews. They must demonstrate a high level of teaching ability before being hired. You can be confident that these teachers will prepare you for the demands of your field missionary experiences and more.
I loved my MTC teachers. They were awesome. They always taught with the Spirit, which made it really easy to learn. You can learn really fast that way. And it was always fun to go to class. They always had stories to tell from their missions, and I don't know, they were really nice.
They're great. I love them. They're really good example for us, and they can teach you, and you can listen to them during hours. They can just teach with the Spirit, and you can feel it all the time. I think they were great missionaries and great teachers.
He taught in a way that I was able to learn.
He's been like a friend. He knows so much, and he's real spiritual.
During your time in the England MTC, you will learn to appreciate missionary life and gain insight into your purpose as a missionary and how you can be successful in your efforts to proclaim the restored gospel. Part of this preparation will include abiding by carefully selected MTC rules. Your strict obedience will be a key factor in your missionary preparation and success. Through your exact obedience, you will find increasing confidence as you go forward and as you plead with the Lord for His blessings.
All the rules is to help us.
I thought it would be hard. It wasn't. Once I got here, I decided to keep 100% of them. I did, and it was worth it.
I feel they keep us in line, but they also, more importantly, they keep the Spirit.
As you enter the MTC, you will be assigned a missionary companion. You will be required to always be with your companion and to develop a relationship that will enhance your learning experience. As you move about the MTC or on the grounds, you will stay with your companion. You will eat your meals together, study together, plan together, teach together, pray together, and encourage each other to do your best. As you do these things with faith, you will grow close to one another in friendship and in spirit. You will develop a love and honest concern for each other that will be a great strength to you and to the Lord's work.
At the beginning, it was kind of hard to have a guy that you barely didn't know at all to stick around with you, and that was kind of weird in the beginning, but since you started to learn your companion, he became a friend more than anything, so we're just having fun together, and you get used to it.
I was worried about it, but as I got my first companion, it was amazing. It just clicked.
We all love each other and get along pretty well. So it just takes patience and being Christ-like, and it works fine.
Mail, or post, will be received nearly every weekday and on Saturdays. Once the mail is sorted by the mission president's wife, it will be placed in the incoming mailboxes at the bottom of the middle staircase, by district. Mail will be taken from the respective boxes and distributed during the lunch meal by the district leader. All outgoing mail will be weighed by the MTC president's wife, and postage will be affixed by postage machine. No stamps are sold at the MTC. The distribution center is located just off the car park next to the Family History Library. Here you may find an assortment of postcards, temple clothing, photos of temples and prophets, as well as CDs and DVDs. During your time in the MTC, you will be given opportunities to serve. Mostly your service will be in keeping personal residence rooms and classrooms clean and tidy. You will make your own bed every morning and make sure all personal items are organized. Trash bins will be emptied daily as necessary. You will also be asked to serve food in the cafeteria, clean tables and chairs as needed, as well as clean restrooms and other public areas of the building. Your faithful service will mean a smooth-running, clean and orderly MTC experience.
We have cleaned bathrooms, mopped floors, we've done our own wash, things like that. Things that are going to really prepare us for when we're out in the field and we have our own places.
At the conclusion of any activity in the LGM or other areas in the building, please return hymnals to the chair tops and straighten chairs in preparation for the next meeting. Also, if you use any room for teaching or study purposes, please return the room to its proper condition when you are through. Should you notice any problem with the MTC building, plumbing, windows, or other equipment, please notify Brother Mount, supervisor of MTC facilities. He will make arrangements for repairs, etc. The transition to missionary life is made easier by conforming to missionary norms and in refraining from certain behaviors that are not appropriate to your sacred callings as ministers of the gospel. At all times you should be conscious of the way you look, speak, and act. You may need to groom your hair differently than before you were called to serve. Make sure you follow the guidelines you received in your call letter. Also, missionaries do not chew gum, toothpicks, or pens, nor do they carry pencils or pens behind their ears. Elders, avoid the natural tendency to put both hands in your suit pants pockets. Such a stance may seem comfortable, but it will appear too casual and informal to others. Wearing faddish bracelets or pins may detract from your message and the focus of your conversation and teachings. Let your name tag be the focal point of your accessories. Sisters' blouses should be tucked in. Suit jackets should be worn while on the main floor, and always in sacrament, relief society, and devotional meetings.
I really don't like tucking in my shirts, but I think it's very important to keep every single rule, even if we don't understand them.
In short, remember at all times who you are and whom you represent. The way you look, act, and speak should demonstrate a quiet dignity appropriate to your sacred callings. The balance of rules and information is contained in your individual MTC binders and in your white missionary handbook. Make it a point to read, understand, and abide by these. Review them weekly as companionships. If you have any questions, please talk to a member of the MTC presidency. During your time in the MTC, you will attend several devotionals and special classes taught by the MTC presidency, their wives, and the staff. Subjects like faith in Jesus Christ, repentance, the atonement, the great apostasy, and the Book of Mormon will be taught, along with practical skills such as time management, goal setting, working with members and priesthood leaders, as well as how to stay safe and healthy during the term of your mission.
My favorite devotional was probably the one President Winwood gave about the atonement. I was very touched by the things he said and about the spirit that was there. It really brought home to me the sacrifice that Christ made for all of us, and the wonderful opportunities we have here to learn of the gospel and share it with others.
One truly unique opportunity at the England MTC is the training you will receive in tracting and street contacting. These essential finding skills will be taught and demonstrated by your teachers, with plenty of time to practice and hone your approaches. Then, once you're prepared, you will be taken to a town or village in northern England and given a specific contacting area. There, you and your companion will spend up to 4 hours knocking on doors and stopping people on the streets and byways in an effort to share the message of the restored gospel. Many lessons are taught to the people met in this experience, and precious referrals are received by MTC missionaries. We are aware of a number of convert baptisms resulting from this activity.
I couldn't get over the fact that this is the only MTC in the world that takes the missionaries out tracting. That's amazing. The first door we knocked on, we got in, we taught the first lesson, gave them a Book of Mormon, got a referral. That's so amazing to feel the spirit that strong. And we do all these mock situations in the MTC, but it's so different when you are at someone's house, you're teaching them, you look up, and they're actually tearing up to what you have to say when you're testifying. I love that. I can't wait to get out and to do that more.
At the end of your England MTC experience, you will be given plenty of time to pack your luggage and clean your rooms prior to departure. On the morning of transfer day, you will be transported to your field missions via motor coach, airplane, train, or mission vans. During the transfer meeting, you will be given all of your travel information, and just prior to leaving the NPC, you will receive your passports and immunization records. From here you go forth to claim the promised blessings of the Lord, as you serve Him with all your heart, might, mind, and strength. In the days and months following your MTC experience, you will find great joy and mighty miracles as you testify to the truthfulness of this great latter-day work. As Father Lehi said in the precious Book of Mormon, "Wherefore how great the importance to make these things known to the inhabitants of the earth."
Well, I'm sad to go, but I know that I'll use the things that I learned here at the MTC in my mission, and that as I leave the MTC, I'll just continue to have more spiritual experiences because it's been such a great start to the mission.
The experience itself has been fantastic. The most enjoyable part of it, I think, is just being with friends, going to know people, getting to know people I'm going to be serving with.
You pray every day and you start a wonderful relationship to your Heavenly Father, and you read the scriptures daily. You learn more about Jesus Christ, who is the one who we want to become like.
it was an amazing experience. I'm sure that's what it's supposed to be. It really teaches you all the things you need to know to go out and teach the world. I feel ready, I think. I hope.
I know that there are people that Lord prepared for me.
The whole atmosphere is just perfect. I mean, you can feel the spirit at each second that you're here.
You really feel prepared to go out there and love the people and teach the people.
It's been a great experience. I've learned so much from the teachers. It's almost kind of sad sometimes leaving because you got to know the teachers and all the missionaries so well, and you're all going different directions. But at the same time, I'm excited to go out in the field and to be able to preach the gospel to the people of England.